Hey everyone, thank you for joining me today. So, welcome to my presentation on top health and wellness tips. My name is Angelique Bannau, and I'm keen to explore this topic with you. Some house rules: please keep your videos off and your mics muted. There will be an opportunity at the end to ask questions. You're welcome to unmute yourself then and ask questions. Every few slides, there will be a poll question which you can complete. I'll share a link to the attendance register and feedback form at the end of the presentation. Cool, let's get into it. So what is healthy eating? Well, it's not cutting out entire food groups or staying unrealistically thin or depriving yourself of the foods that you love. Healthy eating is about feeling great, having more energy, and improving your outlook and stabilizing your mood. But we live in a world with conflicting information and advice. For every expert telling you one thing, there is another telling you the opposite. The simple tips compiled in this presentation is aimed to help you cut through the confusion. Whether your goal is to lose weight, gain weight, build muscle, become fitter, feel better, feel stronger, or to feel more energized. Health and fitness will most definitely play a part in your achievements. So for our first poll question, I'd like to know what your goal is. Is it to lose weight, to gain weight, to build muscle, to become fitter, to feel better, to feel stronger, or to feel more energized? Perfect. I'm going to share the results with you guys. So most of you want to become fitter and stronger, feel better. Some of you want to lose a bit of weight and build muscle, which is all great. Cool. So you are what you eat, and nutrition is key. Find your goal, make a plan, and work towards it. When you start a new eating plan, it's natural to want to be the best all the time. This is normal and exciting, but be careful to not set yourself unrealistic goals. This will definitely demotivate you. Try your best to set small, realistic goals that you can reach. The more small goals you reach, the more confident you'll feel in tackling the bigger goals. Set yourself up for success. Think about planning a healthy diet as a number of small, manageable steps, like adding a salad to your diet once a week, rather than one drastic change. As your small changes become habits, you can continue to add more healthy choices. Patience is key. Be patient, your results will follow. Manage your time. Book your gym into your calendar like any of your other appointments. Set a time to do your meal prep. Getting into a regular habit of exercise is the easy part. But with your diet, you need to make a conscious effort to cut out processed, sugary, fatty foods and find healthy alternatives. You must enjoy the foods that you eat. Otherwise, the diet you choose will not be sustainable. 80% of achieving fitness results is dependent on the foods you're putting into your body. Food is a basic need for the efficient functioning of the human body. Food is what fuels your body. Remember this, food is your fuel. Don't put low quality processed fuel into your body and expect it to run properly. There are literally hundreds of healthy alternatives which are nutritious and delicious. Choose mainly whole, unrefined, or minimally processed foods over highly processed counterparts. Whole foods are defined as foods that has been processed or refined as little as possible and is free from additives and other artificial substances. Eat fruits and vegetables every day. Fruits and vegetables are a valuable source of vitamins, minerals, and fiber. Choose lean proteins. When choosing animal-based proteins, aim for lean alternatives. Fat is a very important part of your diet, but we should strive to replace animal fats in the diet with plant fats like olive oil, avocados, nuts, and seeds. Many people don't drink enough water, but instead drink sugar-sweetened beverages and coffee and tea. Many of these alternative drinks contain a significant amount of sugar, which can contribute to unwanted weight gain and dental issues. If you don't drink enough water, you may become dehydrated and suffer symptoms like fatigue, irritability, loss of concentration, and constipation. Water boosts your metabolism and is the best energy drink available. Water will help flush your system of waste products and toxins. A lot of time, our brain tells our bodies it's hungry when it's actually dehydrated and thirsty. Speaking of, drinking water is an important part of staying healthy, energized, and even losing weight. So how much water should you be drinking? Well, there's no one right answer to how much water you need, as it depends on individual and their lifestyle. You may need to modify your intake depending on how active you are, where you live, your health, if you're pregnant or breastfeeding, and even individuals who are exercising during the day will require an even greater amount of water due to extra fluid loss during their walk. So our second poll, have you had any water today? So most of us have not had enough water today. And I see there's a culprit who only that's only had coffee today. So we'll need to drink some more water, guys. Portion control. Do not rush your meals. Eat slowly to allow your body to digest your food. This will allow your body time to register that it is full and prevent you from overeating. Really enjoy your food by paying attention to the taste, the texture, the aroma, which will give you more satisfaction from your meal and prevent you from reaching unhealthy snacks shortly after meals. Avoid mindless eating. Mindless eating is classified as any reason other than hunger to eat. If you are not truly hungry, distract yourself with a positive activity like walking, reading, painting, or talking to a friend. Use methods like the plate model or hand method to guide you on portion size. The hand method is when you have your portion size for your protein will be your palm size, a vegetable serving will be the size of your fist, a cupped hand would be your carb serving, and then the thumb of your finger will be your fat serving. So that's just a nice guide to just look at your hand and say, okay, this is what I'm supposed to be having. And you can always add more protein or carbs, whether you need it for exercise or for building muscle. Food diaries can also help identify areas of improvement. You might not realize the quantities you are consuming. So I suggest starting off with weighing your food just until you can confidently say you know what a serving size is. And that brings me to serving size. Check the serving size on the box. You might be consuming a lot more than the recommended serving. Food preparation. The old saying, never go shopping hungry, could not be more true. When you shop on an empty stomach, you are more likely to make impulsive buys, and unfortunately, these often tend to be unhealthy choices. Make it your mission to never go to the shops without a shopping list. A good shopping list is created together with a menu plan for the week. Remember, fail to plan and you plan to fail. Be realistic when it comes to your menu planning. If you only have 20 minutes to prep and cook a meal, don't choose an elaborate recipe that you will never have time to cook. If you can cook some meals in advance, it's a big bonus because then you'll have healthy meals on hand. And it saves you from grabbing a pizza on the way home. Read the labels. It's important to be aware of what's in your food. You may be thinking that you're eating something healthy, but it might be loaded with nasties like sugars and fats. Cook at home. You'll have more control about what you consume and what's in your food and how much of it you're eating. That makes for a detailed entry into your food diary because you can actually say what the ingredients are. There are loads of delicious meal prep ideas and recipes online. You don't have to eat boring or expensive food. So what is your current meal planning approach? Do you wing it? Do you decide on the morning of what you're going to eat? Do you plan your meals a week ahead? Or do you have a set meal plan from a nutritionist? So we all have this little problem of deciding the morning of, and that might not be the best idea because the morning of gives you very limited time to get the ingredients that you might need. So it's always nice to plan ahead and know what you're going to eat beforehand so you can have the healthy ingredients in your cupboard. To get the best results, we need to do a mixture of both aerobic and anaerobic exercise. Aerobic, meaning physical exercise that requires oxygen to meet energy demands, like cardio training. So that's anything like running or cycling or dancing. It's movement exercise. Anaerobic exercise, which is more intense training that triggers lactate formation, promoting strength and power, is resistance training. So that's things like dumbbells and barbells and more of your gym type of training that you would do. So for strength, build more muscle mass. Once we pass the age of 40, we start to lose muscle mass, and it leads to a slower metabolism, middle age weight gain, and a decline in strength and function. You can build muscle mass by doing strength training exercises. Women should not be afraid to strength train. It will not make you look bulky. Women do not produce enough testosterone naturally to build excessive amounts of muscle. The huge advantage to weight training is your body's ability to burn fat during and after exercise, the afterburn effect. Metabolism remains elevated and you keep burning calories long after your work. Exercise does not have to be performed in the gym. It can be done at home, in a local park, or at the beach. Whatever type of form of exercise you choose, make sure it doesn't feel like a chore and that it's enjoyable for you. It has to be fun. If it's fun, you will continue doing it. How many people do you know continue with sports they don't enjoy? If time is an issue and you cannot dedicate an hour a day to working out, it is about the small changes. Break up your activity into 10 minutes. It adds up at the end of the day. Make sure you're moving more every opportunity that you get. Take the stairs, play with the kids, take the dog for a walk, park further away at the shops. Exercise in general is a great way to manage your stress. Next time you want to blow off some steam or clear your head, go for a run or hit the weight section. Challenge yourself. Step it up. Work out 5 minutes longer. Raise the incline level on your treadmill. Go for a few extra repetitions. It all makes a difference. We should always be pushing ourselves. Enjoy the challenge. By embracing the challenge, you will see greater improvements both mentally and physically. And for the beginners, introducing exercise gradually is the most effective way of making a long-term habit. If you dread working out for an hour, make it 5 minutes. The next day, make it 5 minutes more. Those small steps will actually increase over time and you'll learn to enjoy exercise. Sometimes when life is hectic, you won't want to work out and you should ask yourself where this comes from. Is it an excuse or is your body telling you that it needs some rest? The old saying, you snooze, you lose, couldn't be more accurate when it comes to shedding fat. Depriving your body of sleep can speed up the aging process and deter your weight loss efforts. The brain craves carbohydrates when you're tired, so you could unknowingly be sabotaging even your best laid out plans. Aim for a good 6 to 8 hours minimum every night to allow your body to restore and to protect vital organ functions. Rest and recovery is as important as exercise. Your body needs time to recuperate. If you overtrain, you stand a chance of injury and could lead to prolonged time away from training. I really dislike the saying, treat yourself, especially when it comes to food. Food is not a reward for good behavior. You're not a dog. You don't perform tricks for food. Find the joy or treating yourself is a non-food reward. Go beyond chocolate. It doesn't have to be expensive and it doesn't have to be big. It just has to be something to look forward to at the end of the day. But with that said, if you stuck to your plan and completed what you aim to do for that week, by all means, go have an untracked meal. This creates balance and ensures the sustainability of your plan. You might be asking yourself, what the heck is an untracked meal? So I don't believe in cheap meals because your diet is not a love affair. So let's take the guilt trip out of it. It's not a cheap meal. It's an untracked meal. Feeling guilty about what you ate is not helpful. Don't beat yourself up. It takes a lot of calories, 7,700 to be exact, to gain a kilogram of body fat. So really, that one untracked meal doesn't usually result in massive weight gain. It's about what you do the next day and the day after that. That's really important. So don't stay off track. And starvation is never the answer. And seeing as I really zoomed through that in 20 minutes, it's time for some questions. So you are welcome to unmute your microphones.
Hi, it's Suzanne. Hi, Angelique. Quick one. So I've been there before, where you're completely new to meal prepping and you have no idea how much protein or carbohydrates or fat, to start with. How do you work out your macros? How do you start as a newbie? What would you recommend people? Do they go to an app maybe, or, do they do research?
Yeah, so what I would suggest is don't overcomplicate things at the start. So start with your calories and your protein, so that you have those two things down. Calories, I will never go underneath 1,500, but it all depends on what you weigh at the moment. So you can work out your calories like that. But what I would suggest with protein is 1 gram of protein per kilogram of body weight to start off with. You can always add it up to 2 grams per kilogram. Just if you're wanting to build a lot of muscle, you'll have more protein than less, and then your carbs and your fats will make up the rest. Don't concentrate too much on the carbs and the fat unless you're very into your training already. But just simplify it. Just track your calories and try and hit your protein goal. I hope that answers your question.
Yeah, great. Thank you.
So in summary, create SMART goals. Nutrition is key. Drink water, portion control, food preparation, move more, sleep and recovery, and find the joy. I'd like to thank all of you for your time today. If I can just ask if you can complete the feedback questionnaire, I'll send it to you guys.
Thanks.
Thank you. Bye, guys.